So, today, we're going to finalize our presentation on Pinterest and focus on Pinterest for business as we did on the last first Sunday. And I'm going to cover today the pin cycle and Pinterest analytics. We spoke about it a little bit last first Sunday, but I'm going to speak a little bit more about it today, Pinterest analytics. And then I'm going to play two audio clips from National Public Radio programs talking about Pinterest. And then we'll conclude our presentation on Pinterest. While I'm playing these audio clips, my interest is to communicate to you and those who are watching this on live stream. First, how large this platform is, how valuable the platform is. And as I said before, this as well as YouTube and these other platforms, social media, they're available to us to use free of charge. It doesn't cost you anything. Just know how to use them. All right, and they can be a godsend for your business. Allah has blessed us. The whole work. We say Allah is the author of all the systems of knowledge. Am I correct? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. This is just one system, but Allah is in control of it. All right, and He's made it available to all of us. Thank Almighty God. All we got to do is take advantage of it. All right. But you know the old saying, you can guide a horse to water, but you can't what? Okay, I'm just letting you know. It's out there and it's available to you. All right? That's right. It's out there and available to you. But if you don't use it, you can't fault Allah and say, well, I didn't get the benefits of this. Well, why didn't you get the benefits of it? I made it available to you. I made it available to you. And when I teach these classes, I learn. Don't ever think that a teacher just teaches and don't learn anything. That's why we teach. It helps reinforce what's available out there. All right, and I learn things new when I'm researching to teach. Because none of this comes by osmosis. You know what osmosis means?
Certainly.
Oh, just wanted to know. It don't just come down, and you have to strive to get it. All right, you have to study it. Okay, but Allah has blessed me with this little part of the knowledge, and I thank Allah for doing that. And I'm going to do that which Allah has charged all of us to do. If we're blessed with it, it's our obligation to give it back and to give it out freely. All right, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go to the computer now, and so I'll just draw your attention to the screen here. So I'm going to go off camera first.
You see, I ran in here when I heard you say you did.
Yes, ma'am.
I can work it. I can work it real good. I work it real good.
Okay, so I want to just focus on the screen here, and we're going to talk about, as I said earlier, we're going to talk about right now this is an email I received, which welcomed me to Pinterest for business. And I set up, you see it says the New Level Group LLC, that's the group, one of the groups that have responsibility for managing. And so, it welcomed us to Pinterest for business. We're so glad you're here. Now, we're going to talk about the pin cycle. This is Pinterest basics. And we've talked about that already. What is a pin? We know what a pin is. A pin is like a handsome little bookmark. Just click a pin to see the site it came from. And remember, with Pinterest, you pin from a site. You pin from a website, okay? Now, you collect pins. This is just a review, because we've covered this already, but since we're here, let's review. You collect your pins on boards. That's what they call them. And boards are where you organize your pins. If you're a home improvement business, you could say a deal to remodeling a bathroom, to a house project board, for example. And again, whatever business you happen to be in, I know, Brother Imam, they say, we have these senior moments.
You haven't got there yet. Don't claim
well, maybe.
Don't be claiming that, brother.
Brother Imam,
Rasul.
Brother Rasul. Imam Rasul, he's a martial arts instructor. He has a business in martial arts. Now he could set up a board, he could set up a Pinterest site, and he could set up a board dealing with certain aspects of martial arts. Okay, that he would pin, and then he could pin these pins to his board from different websites that deal with martial arts. So I'm just saying that, as an example, there's a much you can do with Pinterest, no matter what type of business you're in. But here what we want to go to here now, the pin cycle. And let's kind of talk about the pin cycle and why it's so important and how it works. Any picture or any information that you have on Pinterest is called content. That's what they call it. And so your content can have quite the life here because of the way people find and share things on Pinterest. Take a look at what we mean. And so they start here, the pin. Okay, well, here's an example. Sarah sees a backpack that catches her eye on one of her favorite websites. She pins it to her outdoor adventures board. Okay? Now, then there's the repin. Well, the repin is Alex stumbles on on this brand new pen while searching for roll top backpacks rather. He saves it for himself on his back to school board. Now he's taken her pen and saves it on his board, right? That's the pen, the repin. Now here's what we call the click-through. Janet follows Alex's board and comes across the pen on her home feed. She clicks through on the backpack so she can check out the website that it came from. And it goes on. People keep finding, saving, and clicking through on pins they love. Now that's the pin cycle. But I did the demonstration last first Sunday, I'm sorry, using the Mosque. And I went to the site that I set up and show how I pin one of the publications from the Mosque. And if I can get a chance, I'll do that, and just to remind you of that. Now, I picked one of the publications, and I said, when you pin a pin, the website information is right there. So if someone clicks on it, it takes them right to the website that it was pinned from. In that case, it was the Mosque website. All right? So if somebody comes to my board and follows my board, they can click on it. And I follow a lot of boards. Others follow. So this is how Pinterest can work, and this is what we call the pin cycle. This is what's called the pin cycle.
Who is the provider?
Pinterest.
I thought it was Google.
Well, no, Google owns no Pinterest. Pinterest is owned by someone else.
Okay,
So,
yeah, thank you.
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that is called, this is the pin cycle, and that's the way it works. Just think about people doing this hundreds of times a day. Some of the, two of the audio clips I'm going to play for you is going to help you get some idea of how it's being used, how many people are on it. And if you get on it with your business, what it can do for your business, all right? The next thing I just want to share with you is what they call Pinterest Analytics. It's called Pinterest Analytics. And so let me go here. If you bear with me just a second here. I spoke about this first Sunday, but I'm going to do it. Give me a second. I'm going to deal with technology. Okay, Pinterest Analytics. All right, so now, this is an example of Pinterest Analytics. We spoke about this last week, but let me just read you from their presentation. And there's a picture of it. Let's suppose you were using Pinterest and using Pinterest with your website. Here's what you can find. With Pinterest Analytics, you can see exactly what pinners like best about your profile and website. That's important to know if you're in business. These insights can help you make smarter choices about your merchandising, marketing, and how you use Pinterest. You'll get to dig into things like what people love most from your Pinterest profile and your website. What pins are driving traffic back to your site? That means what are they clicking on and bringing traffic to your site? Okay? Who your Pinterest audience is. including the agenda, location, and other interests. Did you know that's very important? If you're selling women's clothing, don't you want to know how many women are there on your site? More so than how many men, but it's good to know the gender, okay? I'm going to play you these 2 audio clips, and I won't divulge you right now, but I want you to know who right now uses Pinterest the most. You'd be surprised, right? And what devices people use when they're pinning your stuff. Now, that's really important. Are they doing it from a computer? Are they doing it from their smartphone? Are they doing it from a tablet? This will tell you what devices they're using. If it's a mobile device, and you got a lot of people out there on the mobile device, just think about it. Now, I don't know if you observe people, but I drive around the city, and mostly the central business district, whatever, but wherever I go, people walk down the street with their telephones in their hands, and they're always on them. I'm just telling you now, all right, just think if they had your app, your information, go to your website, just from that mobile device, and pin information, okay. People walk around with your information, or your information available to them, just with a click of a button on their cell phone. This is the day's time. This is where we are today in terms of technology, and this is how people are using their phones. Well, this is what you can learn from using Pinterest Analytics, and it's free. That's the best cost in the world. All right. So it says check out Pinterest Analytics for your profile. Once you start pinning, you'll be able to track data for you. Okay. So I just wanted to bring those 2 areas to you today: the pin cycle and Pinterest Analytics. For anyone who's in business or who wants to go into business and wants to use Pinterest, this would be valuable information for you. Now, I want to use an example. It tracks data, people who use your website, and it tracks it to your website. It tracks it. Sister Fatima, did I say it right, brother? Okay.
Yeah.
I know she said. I bought her book first Sunday. I told her she should get set up a Pinterest site. Okay. Not only for that one publication, but she's an educator. There are other things that people will be extremely important or be valuable that she can offer. But other educators can turn to that site. You know, there are some teachers that have a teacher site called it's a peer site. It's teacher to teacher, something to teacher something. Because my wife uses it all the time. All right, where they put up their lesson plans and they put the information they share with other teachers. Okay, and as I think it's teacher to teacher. I think that's the name of the site. But anyway, I encourage her to set up her Pinterest site, well, not with just that publication, but for other things that she can pin to her Pinterest site, or other teachers, educators, but just people in general who may be interested, particularly in the title of her last book, which deals with the hip hop generation. And there's a lot of people out there, irrespective of how you feel about hip hop, and I ain't that enthused about it, but I like the idea of someone writing about it and communicating about it. All right, and there's a lot of young people. Not just young people, a lot of old people out there who are into and dealing with hip hop. Okay, so I encourage her to set up a Pinterest site, and I just want you to know, Sister Fatima and anyone else, if you need me to do a little bit more teaching, I will offer a class just on Pinterest to do those step-by-step instructions, how to set it up, how to do it. Don't have much time to do it on the first Sunday, but that'll be one of the things I'll do in my Saturday classes during the New Africa Business Weekends, okay? Just letting you all know. Okay, now, I want to play these 2 audio clips, and for you just to get an idea of the interest out there for Pinterest. So, just bear with me now, and we'll get the sound going here. I got it muted, but
See, and with one focus, clients. To find out more, visit gettoknowwumble.com. To the list of weird-sounding words of the digital age, like Googling and tweeting, we can now add pinning, as in Pinterest. That's a website that's a bit like an online scrapbook or bulletin board. It's become one of the fastest-growing networking sites on the internet. NPR's Teresa Tomasoni examines the phenomenon.
Last